Hi, and welcome to Paper Route Scrapbooking. I'm Nadine, and today I'm starting with a sketch from the 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, Series 18. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am starting with a sketch from Series 18 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. All of the sketches are sent to Christy specifically to be used for the series. If you like to be inspired by sketches, you can find all the sketches from all 18 series in the Albums section of Christy's Facebook group, also called 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. You can find the link to that in the description of this video, along with a link to a collaborative playlist where scrappy YouTubers who are using the sketches from this series can add their videos, and viewers like you can watch a variety of interpretations of each sketch. Today is day 18, and our sketch creator is Gina Cunningham. I couldn't find where Gina shares her work online, so if anybody knows where that is, please share so that we can give her some love and credit. And so I just want to say a quick thank you to Gina Lee for creating this really fun and different sketch. So I'm looking forward to using this one. Okay. As I have been doing all month, I'm working my way through some photos that I had printed before I received my photo printer, and I had them all printed in either 4x4 or 4x6, so I'm just working with that. So I will not be scrapping this size of photo, but this is my photo for today. It is the donut mill right here in my own city, and it is kind of iconic if you've ever been through Red Deer passing by. Even if you don't stop in the city, this is right off the highway, so it's very visible. And they serve some really fun donuts. I'm not a coffee drinker, so I can't speak to the coffee, but the donuts are pretty cool. And they have a donut of the month, which is always super fun. So I went to my scrapbook supplies and looked for some donut embellishments, and I found these stickers. And so I pulled some colored paper based on these stickers, and then realized that in my Where To Next from Vicki Boutin, there were a couple of items that had donuts on them. So I grabbed a Vicki Boutin paper and some other Vicki Boutin. So this is another Vicki Boutin. And then I grabbed some of the embellishments from that collection to help me complete my layout. So I thought that would be fun. So for the outside base of my layout today, I am going to be using a craft cardstock. And then I think I'm going to use this as my background piece. Okay, so we're going to cut down our blue or turquoise or whatever you want to call this color. This is a birthday paper, but it was just in my rainbow papers. I don't actually have this collection, but we're going to cut it down to 11.5 by 11.5. So the collection that we're working with is called Where To Next by Vicki Boutin, but most of the papers that were in there were not what I was looking for. So I'm going to stick with the papers I had originally chosen that just matched with those donut stickers off of my rainbow papers. So I am going to be inking everything today in Vintage Photo Distress ink. So we're going to start with that. All right, so we got those two papers inked. We can glue them together. All right, so there we go. That's our background. And then in Gina Lee's sketch, we have this giant ticket element. So I had to give this one some thought. I was like, how am I gonna make that happen? So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that I am going to cut into this big full piece of paper, and I'm going to cut it down to 6 by 10 to start with. So 6 by 10. Okay, and this is a Vicki Boutin paper. It's from a paper pad. I'm not really sure which one, but it was the right color. And then I'm going to take my 2-inch circle punch and cut into the corner. I don't know, does that seem crazy? I don't know. I don't know how else to do it. I thought about pulling out the Cricut, but I was like, it's, well, like I said, I have a bit of a mess here. So it's a bit of a challenge to get to that at the moment. I have boxes and things in here. So what I'm doing now is I'm just kind of like drawing these lines so that I can see where I want to put my punch so that they're kind of even. I don't want to have 4 totally different sizes, I guess, in the corner. Like I don't want to put it too far into the, because if I'm going to push it this far, it's going to give a different look, right? So I want them all to be similar. So I just did a pencil mark on the back. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just want it to be close. I just don't want it to look weird. So that pencil line, even if the pencil line is still there after I punch it, it's going to be on the back of the paper that I'm using because I'm using the pink side. So it won't really matter, but helps me to make sure that my ticket corners will be similar all the way around. So there we go. That's how I made my giant ticket, in case anyone is wondering. And that's going to be where my photo is going to be housed, which is going to be kind of fun, right? There we go. Okay. So that's our base for our layout there. Now we need to get our photo in there. She has 3 photos. I have 1 photo. I think it's going to be perfect in this little spot. Now I need to decide, do I want to mat it just in white cardstock? Do I want to go with one of these colors? And I think I'm leaning towards just a white cardstock at this point, so I'm going to grab some of that. So next up, we have a title at the top, and I was thinking we have, like I said, I pulled out these, what do you call these? Where to next embellishments, and one of the stickers says treat yourself, so I think that's pretty cute for a donut shop. So that's going to be my title. And I printed my journaling on this tag piece. Now the tag has this little airplane, but I think I'm just going to cover that up with something else. And I feel like I kind of feel like I want to create a new tag or new ticket piece to mount my title on. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. But now I want a ticket notch here. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm just going to do it the regular way. So normally if I was going to make a ticket notch in a regular size like this one, I would just use my Creative Memories corner rounder, and if you put it in the opposite angle, it gives you this kind of ticket rounded sort of look. And we will put that right down on there. Yep, I like that. Now I'm thinking, you know what I could do is to just cut this bottom piece off and not really worry about the plane. And then that's just my journaling piece. And this is also from the Where to Next collection. It's actually the same paper as this that I pulled. Same colors. So now we have journaling here, photo here. That could go into my embellishment clusters. Now, Gina Lee has kind of a bigger embellishment area here. So in here. So I was thinking I could go Oh, donut even? No. Treat yourself, donut even? No. I want to do something different. So maybe donut worry. Something like that. Okay. And then maybe I want something else around there. So let me pull the embellishments that I had pulled out. So I thought this might be fun too. And maybe that can be part of my embellishing. Right? Because that's kind of cute for a layout about a restaurant. Or maybe I could put that one here, layer it under there, something like that. And what else do we got? I have this one. I thought about using this to map my photo, but like I said, I didn't really want to cut it down because I felt like the corners of that windmill go right to the edges of the paper. And I just took some information off the internet about like who owned it and built it and why to add to my little piece. And then I grabbed some twine. We can do twine. Let's put some twine in the tag hole. Okay, what else we got? So we could do this. I also have a bunch of these, which are vellum stickers from Vicky Bouton, and I thought they might go nicely on here as well. Grab some pink and some blue. No. That might be fun. We have this piece, which we could layer as well. So I did grab one of these. I thought this might bring the pink around the layout. Got one of these. I'm not sure where I'm going to put my date yet, but this could be a good spot if we had a home for it. We have look here. I like that too. So this I grabbed because it's the same color as this guest check piece. So I'm thinking maybe we could do some of that. I don't know about what I wish. I don't feel like that's really fitting for my layout, but another one of these vellum stickers. This might be fun on top of a layer. We have some more of these paint swatches, but again, I was thinking like of layering those up, but I don't know. Then we have this piece. This might be nice to like ground my journaling right there. Something like that. And then I have these two. They're like little punched hearts from older paper. Then I have my actual donut. Should be part of our cluster. This one, Donut Worry. Okay, so I did make some decisions and glued things down. So I had all of these like vellum sticker pieces pulled out, and I did use some of them. So I put a paint swatch down here. I did the rings, paint rings in 3 spots. I didn't use these ones. I didn't use these ones, but I did use this die cut piece that was similar. So I have 2 more of these left, and I have these 2 little bits left as well. I didn't use the blue swatch or the other pink swatch, so I'll put those away for later. I did use one of these. You can see I just tore it in half and used half over here and half over here. And because it was a little bit too wide for what I was looking for. And then this had the same look as these little punched hearts, so I got 3 of those on there. I put my donut stickers in 3 spots, which is kind of cool. I used up that whole pack now, so that's going to go in my used up supplies, which is kind of fun. I went through all of the sticker sheets and picked out what I wanted. I didn't find very much that I wanted to add, but I did grab some little word strip stickers and a couple of little heart stickers. And I think that was about it. I did put a piece of twine in that tag as well. So all I have left to do now is just add some finishing touches. So I have these puffy stickers, the mini puffy stickers from Where To Next, and I think those will be fun. So I have this kind of heart here and here. I'm going to put a third one up here where this other blue heart is, so that it has that similar look to it. And then I think I'm going to use the dots. We are set. So let's bring our sketch back and have a quick look. Oh, the sun is coming to visit. Okay, it's been cloudy all day, so that's kind of nice. So we looked over Miss Gina Lee's sketch and we created this kind of same background layered, and then we made that big giant ticket piece. I only had one photo, so we layered up our photo and made it kind of more interesting. She has a few embellishment areas on here. I feel like I embellished in at least 3 spots and then kind of fanned out some papers over here. For our journaling, we layered that up as well and got some more of those donuts on there. And then our title we put onto a little ticket mimicking the ticket that was already here. So that is how I interpreted Gina Lee's sketch. So thank you to Gina Lee for contributing to 30 Days of Sketches. And I think this is my completed layout for today. So I hope you're feeling inspired. There will be a close-up shot of the layout and a couple of detail shots at the end of the video. I also post my layouts to Instagram and my Facebook page, so I would love to see you over there. A big thank you to Christy for putting on another series of 30 Days of Sketches, and to our sketch creator today, don't forget to go and let me know if you know where to find Gina Lee Cunningham sharing her creative works. If you are here from 30 Days of Sketches playlist, thank you so much for spending time on my channel. I hope you are inspired and enjoyed the video, and I hope that you'll come back again. That's it for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I really love hearing from you guys, and I will get back to you just as soon as I can. Have a great day, everyone. Bye for now.